A woman while eating says to a young man, "Are you still studying?" and says, "You are very handsome." He gets angry and says, "Why are you talking to me like this? I am a famous dancer," and says, "You just keep eating and keep getting fat." The woman looks disappointed. Listening to his words, she is exercising with great difficulty in the gym and says, "Now I am tired and it has become quite late." Then she sits in her car, but when she starts the car, it breaks down. The woman gets very worried and gets out of the car and walks toward a bakery, but at the bakery gate she sees that same boy. Then she becomes worried and says to herself, "I am very hungry," and hiding from the boy, she goes inside the bakery and tells the bakery worker to make a tasty burger. The bakery worker tells the cook to make the burger. The woman takes the burger and again stands at the bakery door with the young man, and while looking at him, starts eating the burger. Then she asks the young man, "What kind of dance can you do?" The young man says, "Will you compete with me in dance?" The woman says, "The way I will dance, you will know nothing about it." The young man starts laughing and says, "A fat woman, like you can never dance," and says, "Wherever you dance, you will break the stage." The woman says, "Just tell me which company you are going to give a demo to." The young man angrily says, "Do not disturb my mind and focus on your own work," and says, "I do not understand why God created fat people like you." The woman becomes very upset hearing his words, and the young man tries to stuff the burger into her mouth and then laughs at her. The young man signals her to get into the vehicle, and behind him the woman also signals the vehicle. The young man sits on one seat inside the vehicle, but since the seat next to him is empty, the woman tells him to sit there. The young man says, "No, you sit on another seat. If you sit with me, my breathing will stop." The woman says, "God has created me like this. What can I do about it?" The passengers in the vehicle tell the young man to give the woman the seat. The young man then leaves the seat and the woman sits beside him. The young man says, "You have become a burden on this earth." The woman says, "Never mock what God has given," after going some distance. The woman tells the driver to stop the vehicle. Then she gets off and walks ahead, crying. The young man reaches the company to give a demo. The manager says, "All the judges were waiting for you." He performs different dance steps. The judges watch him carefully when he stops. All the judges clap and give him 10 out of 10 marks. Meanwhile, the woman arrives at the company. The manager goes ahead and welcomes her. When the young man sees the woman, he becomes very worried because she is the same woman he had harassed. The woman angrily says, "What are you doing here?" The manager says, "This is the dancer I told you about." The woman says, "I am the owner of this company, and I do not need a boy like him who does not respect others and makes fun of people." He tries to say something, but the company owner silences him and says, "This boy has troubled and upset me so much that I have never been this disturbed in my life before." All the judges are shocked hearing the company owner's words. The woman says, "I can never forgive you, and you must leave my company. God creates everyone with purpose, and no one has the right to insult his creation." If you like our video, please send super thanks.